Work had you done previously at third base?
This offseason I did a ton.
Yeah.
Like,
They let you in on that a little bit, or
no, I just kind of thought like it would be beneficial. It's kind of funny. Every year in my career, I've always been told, "Hey, you're going to play a lot of third," and then it never really happens. I figured this one would be. This would probably happen here. So I did a lot of work. It was different. It was on turf, so it took me like. I'm still adjusting, obviously, here on the dirt too. It's just that the position's different angle-wise and stuff, but I've been really grinding here, so it's. I'm feeling better over there. It's been good.
They kept you busy yesterday.
Yeah, I know. That was awesome.
When it comes to what you're working on at third base, what are those differences between the turf and the dirt? Is it speed? Is it first step? What are the things that you're trying to get locked in over there?
Yeah, just positionally, it's more of like a front to back position. Like the angles you create on like first steps and how you do things that way are a lot more important to me, at least at third, just with the ball usually being hit a little bit harder, more topspin, you kind of have less room for error that way. So just getting a better feel for it. Second base, you can you have more time to like move a little slowly this way and then in, where it's like at third base you got to be clean at like that first step's got to be kind of on the angle towards the ball. So that's really what we've been hammering on, is just understanding kind of the angles you have to create.
Do you like the instinctual part of third base, or is it like a real tough challenge?
I love third. I haven't played it since the summer between high school and college. Was the last time I played it full time, and I loved it then. And I love third base. I like throwing the ball. Like I like the longer throw. It's definitely a tough position, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
When you first signed, and I know you said like you worked a lot at third base, did you expect it to kind of be a hybrid, or were you expecting second, or how did that conversation begin with the Brewers? Say like, hey, maybe third base might be a better fit.
I don't know that we had much of a detailed conversation about specifically third coming into camp. I had conversations emphasizing the versatility part of it. Just, I'd known that. Like, I know in the position I'm in, like, it's versatility is an important part of my game. So I knew that. Specifically, third wasn't touched on, but I just kind of had that feel for it and the desire to play it. I like third. So.
Is this your first big league camp, or did you have one? Were you in big league camp last year?
No, first one.
Okay, how do you feel it's going? I mean, you're still.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I love this organization. The room's filled with great guys. Staff's awesome, and have made that transition. A third new team in 3 years is tough, like getting to know everybody and getting situated. But it's been super easy here. I've really enjoyed it.
When it comes to your power pop last year, what do you think attributed to that, with power numbers popping off in Reading, and how do you want to carry that over to this year?
Yeah, no doubt. I think a lot of it was understanding that I didn't need to try to create it anymore. Like in my past years, I tried to just do too much. My moves got big. My swing was just kind of out of whack. And when I situated that and kind of understood who I was as a hitter more, that kind of allowed it to show up. I also think playing every day, everyone knows that power kind of comes in waves, and if you're not playing consistently, you never really get to like catch that wave. So I think that was a big part of it. Like too, a lot of my power, like almost half my home runs, I think came in 1 month, like a stretch where you just catch that wave and really go. But just kind of understanding those two things, and then also for me, I got to make sure I'm on time, make sure I'm early, let the barrel get there, and that's something I'm still working hard on, but also helped last year.
So what is now the power's there a little bit? Now what's the primary focus for you this spring at the plate?
Yeah, my primary focus, I want to keep everything else the same. I want to put more balls in play. Been doing that by when I'm late, I miss, and that's been what we've really been driving home, is just like getting a better feel for being able to step in the box, be ready for the first one, like on time to the heater, that it lets my barrel get to it.
How much of that is approach, is being on time? It feels like it would be largely mechanical, but like, is that approach driven too?
It's probably more approach. It's more approach driven than I had realized in the bike. I was more in control of it than I realized. You always think like, oh, you got to get quicker, this and that. And most of it is like understanding, when I need to start my move, where out in front of me I need to impact the baseball. So a good combination of it, but a lot of it's just sticking on my approach and really being focused through the whole at-bat.